Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Listen, glad to have you guys here on this Thursday, the 28th, no, the 29th of April, 2021. Thank you for tuning in. Now, I'm sporting my latest pair of glasses from the dollar store, well-made Chinese glasses, beautiful. And here's the lens. The lens fell out both lenses fell out a long time ago. Anyway, I hope you guys like them. You can pick up your own pair, any dollar store or any near you. Anyway, listen here. Let's get started today, and let's open up the markets. Let's open up the charts right here and take a look at what's going on. Guess what, guys? Genetically modified mosquitoes. You know, I grew up in Florida, and South Florida to be specific, and near the place where I grew up, down there near the Florida Keys, there's a lot of swamplands down and around there, because it's low. And down around Lake Okeechobee and down around that area, and south of that, it's a very low, flat region. They're going to release these genetically modified mosquitoes into that area, Frankenstein mosquitoes. This week, they're going to start releasing them. I say thousands, but ultimately, they're planning on releasing 1 billion of these suckers into the swamps down in there. These genetically modified mosquito larvae. I'm going to tell you what, I think they're bigger or whatever. I don't know if they're bigger or smaller, but they're genetically modified. What effect will that have? I don't know. It says it's been years in the making. Evidently they've been trying to release these mosquitoes, these genetically modified mosquitoes in Florida for years. It says this project has been years in the making. In 2016, nearly 60% of the voters in the Keys approved a referendum that allowed the mosquitoes to be released to happen. However, there was still pushback. After months of testing and approvals from the Environmental Protection Agency and Florida's Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, the United Kingdom-based biotech company Oxitec was given the okay to move forward with its first trial last year. According to Oxitec, the Aedes aegypti, Aedes, I don't know if I can pronounce it. Aegypti mosquito makes up just 4% of the mosquito population in the Florida Keys, but is responsible for nearly all mosquito-borne diseases transmitted by humans. The company says almost 12,000 mosquitoes will be released each week over the next 3 months. So they're going to release these genetically engineered mosquitoes into the Florida Keys. This week they're going to start. Anyway, let's take a look at the gold price today. You know what? Absolutely got smashed. Gold got smashed this morning. It was down over $20. Now it's starting to try to bounce back a little bit. But you know what they're doing? They're smashing it with paper. This paper, they're selling paper gold, and the same thing with paper silver. These are nothing more than a derivative. And when they create more of a derivative than the underlying asset involved, then that's not, I don't think, my opinion, I don't think that's right to do. To be able to create more derivatives and trade in derivatives when there's less of the underlying asset involved, And I think with gold, I think it's something like 400 to 1. So for every ounce of gold, you got these people out there who are trading 400 ounces of these paper gold. Well, what if all of a sudden they have to settle on all this? They don't have the real physical metal. All they got is all this paper. It's okay. They settle in dollars. But if there comes a time when the dollar is, people say, well, I don't want to settle in dollars. I want to settle in the real physical metal. It's not there. to cover all these derivatives contracts. Same thing with silver. But nevertheless, they're going to continue to trade in these derivatives contracts. You know, it's much harder to do that with cryptocurrencies. Okay, let's take a look now at cryptos today, and the cryptos has been rising. Right now, it's over the $2 trillion mark once again. It's almost up to 2 trillion 1. It's climbing slowly back up to where it was before it fell off. You know, Bitcoin's at 53,785 today, and all the coins are doing good. Ethereum is really, really moving. $2,768 for Ethereum today. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. 33,874. It's up 54 points on the day. Now, it was up over 100 points earlier. It's fallen back now a little bit. 33,874 for the Dow. Let's take a look at oil prices today. Oil is $64.82. It's up 1.5% or 96 cents on the day. So oil's climbing quite nicely. It's heading towards $70 right now. Move index, 60.31. The move index has been flat lately. I would say there's a lot of stability in the credit markets. If we get a move index, it's under 40. It's at 60 right now. Instability in the credit market starts when the move index hits 75 or higher. So we're not into the instability in the credit markets. This is your window into the credit markets. If you see the move index start to go too high, you know the credit markets are becoming unstable. And this is what the Fed really watches, is this move index. Let's take a look at bonds and rates today. We're looking at the U.S. 10-year at 1.67. It's up 5.7 basis points. Now, that's a big jump today in the bond yields. And this is probably the reason why gold took a tumble and silver took a tumble today, was these bond yields going up. Now, it's creeping up. It's getting up kind of high, the U.S. 10-year at 1.675. And that's a big move today. U.S. 30-year, 2.34. And it's up 0.4 basis points. So that's quite big moves today in the bond yields. We'll have to see if this continues, this trend in the bond yields rising. Take a look at the U.S. dollar index today, and what we see is the dollar is rising today as well. 90.74 on the U.S. dollar index. Thank you guys for listening to my show. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the very next episode. Bye-bye.